And welcome to another QuickBooks online tutorial. My name's Samuel Burmeister and I'm the owner at Toolbooks. Today I'm going to take you through invoicing in QuickBooks Online. So to get started, let's have a look at the ways you can invoice. So firstly, the plus symbol in the top right hand corner can be used for a number of transactions. Invoices up the top left. Otherwise, you can go to sales on the left hand side, which we're going to use. And you have the options here under invoices. You can then click new invoice. You can also do so under the customer themselves by creating a new transaction. So let's get started with the sales tab. First thing you need to know here is the all sales tab. You can use this to view every type of sales transaction, be it a sales receipt, quote, invoice, etc. And you can filter that up here on the top left. So let's say I only wanted to see open invoices from the last month. I can apply that filter and only see those details there. And you'll see here each column heading will tell you information about the transactions. You can then click into the invoice and view more. Along the top, you'll see a detailed panel with some information about your debtors as well. So let's move along to the next tab, which is invoices. So this just looks at your accounts receivable invoices, and you can see here it's sorted automatically by those that are open or overdue, followed by those that have been paid. You can add a new invoice here on the right hand side as well. Next, we have your customers ledger. So in the customers tab, you can view all of your customers and run a search for them here. You can also add a new customer up the top right hand corner. Once the customer is added, you can then invoice them. You can add them on the spot in the invoice itself as well if you'd like. Lastly, products and services. So in QuickBooks Online, invoicing is built largely around the products and services tab. So if you have a service that you provide clients or products that you sell or inventory, this is the area you set it up. So for this example, in the training file we've got here, there's a lot of events and catering related services and inventory. So you can see here we've got some different service type items and how much we sell them for with a sales description. So if I choose this item, it'll automatically populate the following description and price in the invoice for me. It also means I can pre-select the sales account I'd like that to go to. For inventory items, it's a different type. So we've got inventory with a SKU number. And once again, you've got your sales description, sales priced, but you've also got a cost for the item, how much it cost you to buy it, and the quantity on hand for that item as well. So you can follow a lot more information in inventory. So let's have a look at creating a simple product or service. Under products and services, go up to the top right-hand corner and click new. And what we're going to do is set up a simple service just for, we'll call it our hourly rate for a consultation. So the products and services window that appears, you can see we've got different options here. So for a service item, which is most common, you just choose service. You've got your inventory if you've got products that you buy and sell and you want to track the quantities of. And there's also non-inventory. So if you've got products that you buy and sell but don't need to or aren't able to track the quantities of, then you can use the non-inventory option. Bundles allow you to sell items together. So like the example they've got here, if you've got a gift basket and you want to bundle together fruit, cheese, and wine, you can create a bundle. So let's choose service. Now, once I've selected service, I'm then going to enter in the information inside the item itself, and that will pre-select what shows up on the invoice. So we're going to just call it hourly consultation rate. I'm going to put a description here. So we'll just call it, maybe we'll say on-site consult. So the $100 inclusive of tax. And then I can choose my income account that I want that to go to. So here I'm going to say that's our services income, and it has GST on it. So I'll choose GST 10%. If this was an item that I also buy that's inventoried, I would also be selecting I purchased this product or service and entering in those details. So now I've created my service, I will save and close. Once that's been saved, it will add to my list for me, and I'm now able to add it to an invoice. So let's go and have a look. So if we click the plus symbol and choose invoice, I'm going to dive into an invoice now, and I'm going to create an invoice using the service I've just created. So always work from top to bottom, left to right with invoicing. Choose your customer, and in your customer's information that you've entered, that will pre-populate email, billing address, and terms, for example. What you'll then want to do is select your terms for the client. So we'll say it's due on receipt, we're really in a hurry. Invoicing today. Our invoice number will be automatic, but you can add your own sequence as well. Followed by your product or service. So here I'm going to type in the one that we created. So hourly consultation rate. Notice how it automatically populates the description for me, my rate, and my GST. So all I then need to do is type in how many hours we did. So let's say 4.5, and whether the amounts are inclusive or exclusive. So if I wanted this to be 110 or 100 in this case, just exclusive, I'd choose exclusive of tax, and it adds it on for me. If I want it to include the amount of tax in the figure I've typed in, then choose inclusive of tax. Once that's done, you can leave a note here to show up on the invoice. You can attach any files down the bottom left you want to send with it, and you're ready to go. So you'd click save and send, and this will then pop up with an email window for you to email the client. I'll pop in my email address here for the example and show you the window that pops up. So here we have it. We've got our long for success invoice sent to Adwin for 450. They get a little preview of the invoice, and you can have a look and see, have I included everything I needed to? On the left-hand side here, we have the message that you're sending. So for example, you might want to delete out the last name, make it a bit less formal, put hi instead of dear, things like that. You can personalize it as much as you like. And when you're ready, hit send and close, and it will go off to the client. In this case, I'll just get out of that because I don't need this invoice, but I'm going to save it. So now that that invoice is saved, it will appear in my list of invoices here up the top. And notice here we have, here it is, Adwin Co. I filter it by date, I can get the most recent. And we can see the amounts there today. I haven't sent it yet, and it's due today as well. So there you have it. That is how you invoice in QuickBooks Online. If you have any questions, let me know. I will deep dive into a few other areas like customizing invoices in later videos.